Hello, Kira. Hello, Riley. How are you? Have you got time for a story? Well, I'm going to read you The Caterpillar That Roared. Now, some caterpillars want to be moths when they grow up, and some want to be butterflies. But Hugo, he wanted to be a lion. Every morning when he woke up, he would gaze at himself in the mirror to see if he looked like a lion. He would pull himself up as tall as he could, toss his imaginary mane, twitch his imaginary whiskers, and swish his imaginary tail. But it was no good. He still looked exactly like a caterpillar. So he would practice his roar. At first, the growl sounded more like a little squeak. But as he practiced and practiced, it began to sound like a very small, a very squeaky little growl. Growl. Hugo decided to show off his growl to his neighbours. Nearby sat Winona the snail. Hugo growled at her. What a funny noise for a caterpillar to make. I'm not a caterpillar, Hugo told her. I'm a lion. Winona smiled. No, she said. Not you. I'd be frightened if you were a lion. Next he met Ollie the spider, lazing in the sun. Hugo growled. Ollie frowned. Are you feeling all right, Hugo? I've never heard a caterpillar make a sound like that before. I'm not a caterpillar, Hugo said. I'm a lion. Ollie shook with laughter. That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. No, you're not a lion. I'd be frightened of you if you were a lion. Hugo went on his way, practicing his tiny growl, and met Ruby the tortoise. She was returning from the shops. It had taken her 3 days to get there and back, and she was very tired. Hugo growled at her. Rawr. I'm a lion, he said proudly. Oh, are you now? Said Ruby. Well, all I can say is it's just as well you're not. I'd be frightened of you if you were a lion. Hugo gazed up at the grass and flowers growing high above him. If I were a lion, he said, I'd be taller and bigger than the whole wide world. He tried to stretch himself up and puff himself out, but it didn't work. Even when he shut his eyes, he didn't feel any bigger. He sat down on the riverbank and looked at himself in the clear water. He hoped to see a great big lion there, but all he saw was a little caterpillar. It's not fair, he wailed. Lions can be lions, so why can't I be one? Below the surface, Fernandin the fish was preparing his dinner. Suddenly, he saw something moving up above. Through the ripples, Fernandin saw a huge and fearsome creature, twitching his great whiskers, tossing its great mane, and swishing its great tail. And then he heard growl. A great and terrible growl "It's a lion!" cried Ferdinand in fright, and he swam away as fast as he could. Hugo was horrified. "Come back, Ferdinand," he shouted. "It's me, Hugo! I'm not really a lion." But it was too late. Ferdinand had gone. Hugo went home thinking about what had happened at the river. "If I was a lion," he said to himself, "everyone would run away from me. They wouldn't even stop to say hello." And that night, as he snuggled down to sleep, he thought, "I'm glad I'm just a caterpillar." That's the end of the story. Did you like it? Would you like to be a lion? Or would you like to be a caterpillar? Oh, very nice. All right, goodbye.